Amsterdam is one of the most relaxing and chill cities to visit in all of Europe. Not only is their culture super laid back, but there is so much to do in this city, which actually kind of feels like a small town. So join me on my next top 10 video here on AMaeTV, top 10 things to do in Amsterdam. Visit Amsterdam's Central Station. It was designed by the same Dutch architect who created the Rijksmuseum, and it was completed in 1889. Central Station provides a good first taste of Amsterdam's gorgeous Gothic architecture, and you can easily take a train here from the airport to begin your Amsterdam adventure right in the center of town. Rent a bicycle. Amsterdam is known for its intense bike culture, so if you want a great way to get around and go along with the crowd, then the bike is the way to go. Of course, there are lots of different places you can rent bikes. You can rent children's bikes, tandem bikes, bikes with giant baskets to cart all your stuff around. The style of bicycles here in Amsterdam is almost more like transportation style rather than sports style, which is awesome. Now, I'm not a huge bike person, especially while filming, so I did not rent one. However, it was fun to see how much of an important role bikes played for both tourists and locals here in Amsterdam. They even go as far as designating bike lanes as serious as traffic lanes and parking garages specifically for bicycle parking. Take a canal cruise! They say the best way to see Amsterdam is from the canals. So spiraling out from Central Station, you'll find everything from sunset cruises to cocktail cruises to romantic dinner cruises, but I'm just doing a 1-hour sightseeing tour and I got a ticket for €10. Hi! It's a pretty nice boat. And they provided some pretty nice informative commentary in several different languages along the journey.
The bridge is more or less a copy of the Pont Alexandre III in Paris. Amsterdam used to have a serious housing shortage. This is why so many people decided to live on houseboats.
While the information was nice, the scenic ride itself was even better and made for a relaxing way to see a lot of Amsterdam in very little time.
Because houses on the canal were taxed on their width. Consequently, people tried to build houses as narrow and as deep as possible.
It's just funny, they say there's a furniture hook at the top of every house, and that's how they get the furniture in, because the staircases are so thin. Well, that was certainly fun. I would prefer the open boat tour in such nice weather like this. I would imagine that the closed boat is good at times, but the open boat would have afforded me to see a lot more, but it was still awesome. Also worth noting is this hop-on, hop-off canal boat, which mixes the tour element with a great way to get around. I will detail these Amsterdam canal tour options with links on my blog at AMae.tv if you'd like to plan your adventure. Now the coffee shop. While this place is more on the underground side, you can think of Amsterdam coffee shops much like bars in that they offer all different styles and vibes. For the most part, you choose your marijuana from a menu of selections, along with a beverage and the proper equipment rental, then simply hang out and shoot some pool, perhaps get some work done online, or socialize with friends. This place, the Bulldog, is a popular historic chain that apparently has an alcohol-serving bar attached to it, while by law, most coffee shops only serve coffee, soda, tea, and weed. Overall, Amsterdam has a progressive cannabis-friendly culture, and similar to California and many other US states, the smell of marijuana in the air is both common and accepted. Stay in a hip hotel. While there are plenty of luxury hotels here in Amsterdam, I recommend you take advantage of the city's creative charm and check out a place like this. It's called the Volkshotel. Now, this is in Amsterdam Oost or East District, an area known for young, tech-savvy designer and artist types. This hotel was built within a giant newspaper factory, so they've been able to create this swanky industrial theme and give artistic nods to the original newspaper at every chance possible. When you check in, you get the Volks News, which is just an update of everything going on for the week because there's so much going on, because there's so much space here. The top floor is definitely my favorite, with vintage hot tubs, a sauna, and of course amazing views of the city. But they also have up here a restaurant that turns into a club at night, the Workplatz area turns into a club at night, and then there's actually a club in the basement. This hotel is like one giant art exhibit. I say we roll into this delicious looking sauna. Don't worry, I made sure no one was in here. Yes. Come to Vondel Park. It's sort of like New York's Central Park or San Diego's Balboa Park. It's just a giant park and you can walk your dog, of course bicycle, walk. The park is actually a lot more extensive than even I'm going to be able to explore, but if you're in Amsterdam, you almost can't avoid popping into Vondel Park at least at some point. I mean, you can get totally alone in the woods out here. Vondel Park all day. This is the museum district, and there are many photo opportunities here because everything says Amsterdam. Photo opportunities lie both in the signage and in the gorgeous museum landscapes. This here is the Rijksmuseum, which provides the main gateway into the district and is most famous for its collection of Rembrandt and Vermeer. The whimsical surrounding gardens are reason enough for a visit, even if you don't have time to go inside. This popular district is also home to the Museum of Contemporary Art, which was recently displaying Banksy, and the Van Gogh Museum, a well put together display of Van Gogh's works, as well as the complete story of his remarkable and challenging life as an artist. Nothing says I went to Amsterdam like a photo in front of one of these I Amsterdam signs, like this one for example. You can find this sign both at the Amsterdam airport upon arrival or here in the museum district, and of course it must be climbed. I'm not sure if this is going to be dangerous or fun. That's why when you're traveling, you wear leggings under a dress. Have yourself a Heineken experience. Heineken is not only the beer of Amsterdam, it's one of the most popular beers in the world. So here in Amsterdam, they've got this entire gigantic exhibit, museum, experience, brewery tour where they teach you all about Heineken, from the history to its modern day place in the world. Now, if you saw last week's video here on AMaeTV, you were able to join me for the entire Heineken experience, and it's definitely made my top 10 things to do in Amsterdam list, being a mixture of fun, informative, culturally relevant, and tasty. Here's where you can learn the actual step-by-step process of how Heineken is made, and it goes from vat to vat to vat in each step of the process. The Heineken experience walks you through the history and production of Heineken while presenting it all with an exciting and interactive spin.
You are about to experience the famous Heineken brewing process from the inside. Now it's time to cook the wort. In other words, it's time to cook you.
What? The experience costs €16, and the best way to get tickets is to buy them online. Of course, this includes a taste of the fresh brew and a full pint at the end, making it well worth the price. Heineken is better in Amsterdam. Visit the red light district. You've all heard about it, and a stroll through this area is a chance to see Amsterdam's sex for sale industry in action. The red light district is generally just a cluster of strip clubs, brothels, and sex shops, not to mention an educational museum or two. Being both world famous and near the center of town, it's visited by curious tourists alongside lonely drunken males and generally anyone looking for a wild party experience. Amsterdam, you have been visited by AMaeTV. Thanks for watching, friends, as I've conquered yet another top 10 things to do video. Make sure you catch the others I've produced in this classic collection, including Dubai, Dublin, Naples, and Finland. Let me know in the comments below which top 10 video you'd like to see me make next, and subscribe to AMaeTV for lots more travel video adventures if you haven't already. I'm Alicia, your creator and host, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!